Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. On this video, I have Gears of War 4 running on my Samsung KS8000, and this is 4K HDR visual enriched version. So there's two different types of visuals that you can choose from. You can choose a performance where you get that 60 FPS frames per second, or you can choose enriched visuals with 4K HDR and it drops down to 30 frames per second. I just want you to kind of pay attention to this screen right here. Keep an eye right here on the textures on this armor, textures right here on this hallway right here with all this stuff, and just keep an eye on the textures, and you will see how much of the textures you're gonna lose once I switch it back to a performance mode. So just kind of keep an eye on that here. Let me adjust my camera a little bit better. I'll bring it a little bit closer like this. And just pay attention to that. And right here on the textures, and here on his armor. And look what happens once I switch back to performance mode in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And right off the bat, I can tell you that the resolution has scaled down. It's not as sharp as it was when I had the enriched visuals with the 4K. So now the textures are a bit blend. They're not sharp. The armor, as you can see, it's not as detailed. And the reason he looks a bit bigger here is because we have scaled the resolution down a little bit. Okay, we don't have that high resolution of 8 million pixels. Now we're scaling it down. So that's why you see him being a little bit bigger. Now, once I switch it back on, you will see that this character won't be this big. It'll be a bit smaller, about maybe quarter, like right up here. And then you will see this also extend a little bit more. And you will see higher texture details being rendered here. So once... This is the benefit of having it on 30 FPS with higher enriched graphics instead of 60 FPS. Now, if you want to play multiplayer, I suggest go with the 60 FPS because you're looking for the performance, for the score points, so you don't care much about that. But if you truly want to enjoy the graphical enhancement and that 4K with HDR, then I highly recommend you switch back to a 4K visuals, enriched visuals. So I'm going to switch back to enriched visuals, and you will see just what a drastic difference is going to be. So in about 4 seconds, we're going to switch back to enriched visuals. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, drastic difference here. You can see it clearly. The character is not that big, because now we got a higher resolution, higher pixel rate or resolution of 8 million pixels, and now the character is in its natural form, higher texture detail, volumetric light, tessellation, anti-aliasing, everything, it's being utilized here much better. So detail on the armor, same thing, and this is a huge drastic difference you get with the visual enhancements with the 4K and HDR. Maybe I can show you. Let me walk around here a little bit.
Okay. Looks like we're about halfway up.
Let's try not to disturb anything.
Here's another great example. Look at that volumetric light right here on that gun. Look how beautifully that's being represented here. Like you can see that crate volumetric light, like right here is a good example. Look at the textures down here on the floor. Look how beautifully that's being detailed. And you will see once I switch it back to a performance mode, you will see just how much you're gonna lose. First of all, the character will be bigger, she will be bigger, he will be bigger. This will be flat. The colors will not be as great. So let's go ahead and let's stay in the same position here, like this. Hold on. Like this. And then you will see, actually, let me get a good position, like right up here. And you will see just drastic difference it's going to make. Alright, so in about 4 seconds, I'm going to switch back to a performance mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but the character looks a bit bigger. The textures are not as sharp. They're very bland and soft. The volumetric light, it's okay. And you will see once I switch back to enriched visuals, you will see just that the character will be back in its normal form. And just please pay attention here. This is the important stuff. That the surface right here, and you will see the rich textures with that higher pixel density ratio of 8 million pixels of 4K, and how much it helps. So in about 4 seconds, I'm going to switch back to enriched visuals, and you will see that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just look at the drastic difference you just got here. The character is back to its normal form. Higher textures, better volumetric light, better tessellation. It just looks better, you know. And look right here. Look at Marcus Phoenix. Look at the detail on his armor. Just look how beautifully that is detailed right here. I'll even get it closer. And this is exactly what you're getting when you have the enriched graphical enhancements implemented into the Xbox One X version. It is really identical to PC. Next month, December, once I start doing Xbox One X versus PC, you will see just how identical the Xbox One X version is to a PC version. And you will also see, once I start doing PlayStation 4 Pro versus the Xbox One X, you will realize just how much more powerful the Xbox One X is against the PlayStation 4 Pro. Just look at the detail on his helmet. Just look how detailed that is. I'm sure clearly you guys can see it here. I mean, I'm doing my best here to show it to you, but I'm pretty darn sure you guys can see the detail, the hair works and everything. It's clearly present here. You can see it. Now, there's 3 factors here. 4K resolution, high dynamic range, and enriched graphics. So there's 3 elements that makes the Xbox One X superior. It's not just the 4K resolution. It's not just the HDR. But the graphical enhancements and performance that makes these games look much better. I mean, clearly here you can see the detail right here on his armor. Everything, it's perfectly rendered. It almost looks as if you're watching like a CGI movie. Like, that's the kind of like detail you're getting here. And it's really close to a piece. I mean, this is identical to PC. You'd be hard pressed to see a difference between a PC version and the Xbox One X version. And I can tell you this clearly because I have done those tests already. It's just I haven't made a video about them yet. I'm saving that for December. I still have a Quantum Break to do. I still have a bunch of other games, NBA 2K18. There's still a bunch of games for me to go through before I can start the comparisons. But it really speaks for itself here. You can clearly see it. Here, look at the detail on the gun. Right there, look at the shells. All of that is being present here perfectly. And yes, they are using DirectX 12 architecture here, and that's another benefit that no one seems to... That's another thing that I don't think Digital Foundry mentioned it nearly enough. They don't mention DirectX 12 architecture. And guys, please keep in mind what you're seeing right now. It's baby step. It's a hiccup. I mean, it's like, it's not even taking a piss. It's really nothing. What you're seeing right now, it's garbage. What's going to be available? No, I'm going to say it like this. What you're seeing right now, it's garbage compared to what you're going to be seeing a year from now, 2 years from now, once developers truly utilize the power of this console. Then you're going to see, now I know why I bought this console. Now I know why I spent $500. This is baby steps, honestly. What we're seeing here, it's a baby steps. It's nothing compared to what's coming, all right? And that's what I'm trying to come across here. That's my point I'm trying to come across here. What we're seeing here, it's nothing compared to what's coming, all right? So anyway, it's just a short little video I want to do for you guys so you can see the difference here. See how beautiful this looks. And look at the shadows. Look at the shadows. Look how detailed the shadows are. Perfectly here. And look at her armor and how detailed it is. Perfectly. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully this gives you some sort of an idea on why these enhancements are truly important for the Xbox One X. So there you have it. Again, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Whatever that next video is, I'm not going to tell you. You'll just have to wait and see.